So some of these NBA players really ain't loyal. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about a few NBA players who probably wish they could go back and fix some issues that they had in their relationship, if you know what I'm saying. But without further ado, let's start off with the first player. First, we're going to talk about Steve Nash. Yes, everybody's favorite point guard, Steve Nash, the inventor of the 7 seconds or less offense. Kind of embellished a bit, he was just the conductor of that offense, but he cheated on his wife after a very great career. Apparently him and his ex-wife were separated months prior before their third child in 2010, with the apparent reason that Nash had been caught having an affair with a 22-year-old woman. And honestly, I don't know how the attention wasn't all on them when this happened, but apparently it didn't get on them because that kid was actually the child of Steve Nash's ex and his former teammate Barbosa. So yeah, girls can do you just as dirty as you can do them. But let's move on to the next player that we got. We got Charles Barkley. Over the course of his career, Charles Barkley was an 11-time All-Star and even won the MVP award in the 1993 season. He may not have won a championship, but he is a well-deserved player that should be in the Hall of Fame, and he is. He has been married to Maureen Blumhardt since 1989, which is a long time, especially for NBA players, and their lengthy marriage is even more surprising, especially considering how many times that he cheated on her. Apparently, Barkley would advise other players on how to cheat successfully by suggesting that it would be best to keep their wives and girlfriends far away from each other. I mean, in 2008, Barkley was even caught by the police offering a San Antonio stripper money. Yeah, that's crazy. And it was all so she could accompany him into his hotel room, which is just the definition of being caught red-handed. And guys, my goodness, Charles Barkley, I love you, but man, you gotta do better, bro. You gots to do better. The next player that we got on here is Raymond Felton. Raymond Felton is the former 5th overall pick in the 2005 NBA draft. He ended up marrying a girl named Ariana Raimondo, who was a promising law student in 2013. She was also from New York City, and then they managed to get into a very heated argument after 19 months of marriage, where apparently he had several mistresses, and she filed for divorce shortly after the fight. And then she turned in Raymond's pistol to the police, claiming that he had threatened her life with it, in an act that caused Raymond to turn himself into the police also. This just goes to show you do not cheat on a lawyer, man. Just don't do it, bro. But next on this list, we have one of the craziest marriages I think I have ever heard of, not just in the NBA, but in general. We have Andrei Kirilenko, who was the 24th overall pick in 1999 and had one of the greatest nicknames in NBA history of AK-47. He was married to a Russian pop singer named Masha Lapatova for 17 years, and that marriage resulted in 3 kids over the course of his playing career. Both in the NBA and in Russia, he was known for sleeping with multiple women, but unlike all these other women who would have divorced him usually if he did that, his wife encouraged it. Yes, you heard me. She encouraged him to cheat because she believed that it was going to happen anyways, and she was cool with cheating. But she even had her limits, as she made it clear that he was only allowed to have sex with 1 woman a year. Yes, 1 other woman every single year other than him. It blows my mind, that life that he lived. I mean, hey, if it's cool with them, it's cool with me. I'm not gonna ever hate on your life, because if y'all are happy, what am I gonna say wrong? But moving on to the next player, we got Tony Parker. Since coming into the NBA in 2001 and retiring just 2 years ago, Tony Parker was a 6-time All-Star, Finals MVP, 4-time NBA champion, and he will be in the Hall of Fame one day. He not only wins games on the court though, but he was winning off the court, as he was married to Eva Longoria. But the marriage did not last long, didn't even last longer than 5 years, because Tony Parker cheated numerous times. I mean, there was a story where one day Tony Parker left his phone out in the open, and by chance Eva took a look, And then she found a whole bunch of texts with him and a whole other bunch of women. And apparently one of those women turned out to be Erin Berry, who was the former wife of an NBA player named Brent Berry, who at the time happened to be one of Tony Parker's teammates. Yes, I kid you not, one of Tony Parker's teammates. Man, I'm not gonna lie, if I was him, I would not even try to fight him, but you'd have to see me, bro. You'd have to see me for sure. But moving on to the next player, we got PG-13. Yes, this story, I don't know why it wasn't bigger, but PG was dating Doc Rivers' daughter, and then on a yacht party, he ended up having sex with another woman, and yes, that's just how the story went from there. He cheated on his coach's daughter with a stripper on a yacht party, and not only did he do that, but then he tried to cover it up by giving her $1 million, which was a bust obviously. I mean, we all know about it. That is just crazy. I cannot imagine walking into that locker room after doing something like that. I can only imagine how Doc Rivers felt and just the whole locker room, feel after that happened. But moving on to the next and final selection, we have the one and only, yes, the GOAT himself, Michael Jeffrey Jordan. The greatest player of all time, hands down, but he was married for 17 years to Juanita Vanoy, who he shares 3 children with, and after filing for divorce in 2006, he had to pay her a settlement of roughly $168 million. I can only imagine if I got that much money just because I divorced my wife. That would be crazy, but regardless, she got that money, she secured the bag, gotta give her mega props. But as it turned out, she had to deal with Michael Jordan cheating and infidelity year after year after year, as he had numerous mistresses, including a woman named Carla Nefel, who Michael Jordan gave $5 million to in order to keep their affair a secret. Man, MJ, I love you, you're the greatest of all time, 6-0, but it looks like you took a loss in this one, man, I gotta admit it. But regardless, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, just something a little different. Y'all let me know your opinions in the comment section down below. Also hit that like button and subscribe. This is your boy David from NBA Knowledge. Stay safe and wash your hands. And also to all my brothers, just stay loyal. Don't be with a chick that you don't want. If you don't love her, dump her. Very plain and simple. Y'all have a great day. I'm out. Peace.